Well, you guys seem to quite like when Harold rigged the votes against Jeff. So, we're going to come back and we're going to do another what if. Today we're going to say, what if Courtney got eliminated instead of Tyler? Because, well, you know, it kind of makes sense, because if she'd have actually done the challenge, she would be the one that got the points. So, you know, I don't really understand that there. But yeah, we'll just say that Courtney gets eliminated here instead of Tyler, which gives this guy more potential. So anyway, now that we're in the next challenge, which is obviously up the creek, it doesn't really matter, because Izzy gets eliminated here anyway. I feel like Tyler would do some pretty clumsy crap, but like he wouldn't ruin the Bass's team, because DJ is still going to push the boat back. So yeah, Izzy still gets arrested and kidnapped, so I think she goes here. Safe to say. Next challenge with Paintball Deer Hunter. Yeah, maybe you could argue that Tyler, again, would be a little bit clumsy, but I still feel like Cody goes. I mean, it is sad to say Cody leaves, because it's Cody, you know, everyone loves him. Well, not as much as Noah, but it's still, people like Cody. It won't have changed, because Heather would still have pulled that strat. Wait, what? I really don't know what strat I was on about there, because, yeah, Heather did not pull a strat in Paintball Deer Hunter. She just doesn't get eliminated because Cody's literally crippled, so there's really no point there. But yeah, I still feel Beth goes in the next episode. I mean, Tyler is replacing Courtney, which means him and Duncan probably might not have the best dynamic, but I mean, come on, you have Owen eating all the steak, and you still have Beth that brought home the tiki. So yeah, you know, that doesn't change, she's out. And yeah, I really just feel like not much would change. I think the 13th episode would change, actually, because at the end of the day, Sadie is the one that shot the arrow at Courtney, making her get really, really pissed off, and then voting Sadie off. I feel like Tyler's a lot kinder. I feel like Tyler wouldn't mind so much if Sadie did something like that. The guys do kind of hate Harold at this point. I don't really know if Tyler's involved in this, but there is some kind of Harold bullying. I feel like Bridget and Sadie get along well enough. So while some might say Sadie goes here, I'm going to have to change something. So like Harold goes, because at the end of the day, not much of the team actually likes him very much. So when we get to extreme training, I really hope the episode's called extreme training. I forget things sometimes. But yeah, the next episode, if Tyler's replacing Courtney and Sadie's replacing Harold, I don't think Courtney and Harold did anything that significant. I mean, Duncan would still kind of misbehave here. I feel like the Bass would still lose, and it would either be Sadie or Tyler. I'd say Sadie, because like she's really annoying. She just cries about Katie all the time. So yeah, there's that. If we replace Tyler with Harold here, Heather would obviously still do that what she does, because you know, can't really explain that because I don't really want to get demonetized, but you know, I'm not even monetized in the first place actually, so it wouldn't really matter. But I just don't want to offend people. But yeah, Heather still does what she does, which means there's the Tyler here. But with that said, him and Lindsay have a pretty good dynamic here. I don't think he would care too much about Heather doing what she does. Obviously, the haiku poem wouldn't happen because there's no Harold to write it, so there's just no distractions here. I feel like the Bass are definitely in a better form than they had with Harold, so I genuinely think they can pull it off. And even maybe Duncan. I think Duncan would still fail here, but actually, that's a good point. If Duncan still fails, and Jeff is still kind of doing what he does on that horse thing or whatever, the extreme training, I feel like Lashawna still wins that and Lindsay still wins that, and I just feel like the Bass lose, which means Duncan, yeah, he's gone. I do think that Duncan is popular, but I just think that DJ and Jeff probably aren't as evil as Duncan. DJ's definitely not. But I feel like Duncan, because he did kind of ruin the challenge, and let's be honest, Tyler is kind of, well, he's not a threat, but he is kind of a candidate for getting eliminated. But I feel like we want to get rid of Duncan here because people are probably fed up with him. Bridget and DJ probably are fed up with him at this point. Tyler probably doesn't like him. So that's Duncan out. See you, Duncan. It really sucks to be you, buddy. But yeah. This is the merge cast. Why have I put me on Screaming Gophers? Like, let's change this up a bit. We've got to make this work, you know? Alright, these 10 people are here. I do think... I don't know if we want to bring anyone else back other than Eva and Izzy. I just don't know why we want to bring any different person back. So, yeah, we'll just bring back Eva and Izzy for the sake of convenience. And now we have to reach the... What do you call it? The challenge where Eva gets eliminated. They've all got to do, like, tortures and that. I think you know what I mean. Sometimes I do just forget the challenges, but yeah. Who do we have here that wasn't here originally? I mean, the only person here that wasn't originally here is Tyler. And let's face it, he's gonna be pretty good at the tortures, actually, because he's always getting hurt. But against Eva and Lashawna, I just don't think that's happening. Lashawna beats Eva and Eva still gets eliminated. So Tyler lived to see another day. Who wasn't here? Duncan wasn't here. Tyler obviously wouldn't have found the key already because he's not Duncan. But Heather, doesn't matter. Heather's got invincibility. You could argue Bridget and Jeff, she does the strategy on. And it could be Lindsay and Tyler as well. If she was to kiss Tyler, then that would kind of be betraying Lindsay in the alliance, so she obviously wouldn't do that, which is obviously she upsets Gwen by kissing Trent, and Trent goes here. I still don't know why this is called 25th to 21st. I just couldn't be asked to put them in eliminated, so we're just going to keep it like that. And on the next challenge is, which one is it? The hide and seek, the extreme hide and seek. Tyler is replacing Duncan, obviously. He was not good at hiding, let's face it. Tyler, you are not good at hiding, buddy. I'm very sorry to say that. I don't know if the guys' alliance would still happen, though. Maybe it would, because we got Jeff, DJ, Owen, and Tyler. Honestly, Duncan's kind of the guy that starts it up, but I still feel like one of them's at least smart enough to know that they're outnumbered. I mean, Tyler... No, Jeff, no, but DJ or Owen potentially. I think Owen and DJ could say that there's way more girls and guys. But I don't think it'd be Bridget that gets eliminated by the Guys Alliance. I think the biggest threat here isn't Heather, because no one likes her. They can vote her off when at the moment she doesn't win invincibility. It's probably Lashawna. I think Lashawna would get eliminated by the Guys Alliance. The girls obviously would still vote who they voted originally, so Owen would still get 3 votes. But I think against 4, Lashawna's gone here. I mean, none of these guys have a reason to save her. I don't think she has a good enough relationship with any of these guys to eliminate her. And then we get to the bike challenge. This is a pretty confusing one, I'm not going to lie. So, if we replaced people here, like in the original, then that would mean Bridget and Izzy go together, which I just don't think would happen. I don't think anyone would want to go with Izzy. Maybe it'd be Owen and Izzy this time, but again, no, because Owen and Izzy haven't really started out yet. So I guess Bridget would go with Izzy. I don't really know. The bottom line is Tyler's obviously gonna wipe out, and I don't know if Bridget is gonna be able to beat Heather and Lindsay, which means obviously out goes Lindsay. I know it's BS. That episode's elimination is probably the most controversial in the show, but yeah, there's no way I can really change it, because these two just don't have that much potential to actually get ahead of Heather here. So I'm going to be honest, there's not much I could change. If we get to hook, line and screamer here, we have Bridget and Tyler, who, I mean, yeah, Tyler's really klutzy, but, like, he's not a coward. He's definitely not a coward. Bridget is also not a coward. I feel DJ is still pretty squealy, pretty screechy. None of these guys are really sticking up for him, so DJ's kind of screwed. He's out, unfortunately. It's a shame, because if I were to be honest, if there was any way to get Lindsay into this episode, I think she could be potentially more scared than DJ, which is how we could get DJ to go into the final 7. But other than that, I really just don't know how we can find a way around this. But anyway, let's not think about that. Let's go to the next episode. I'm gonna have to look at my old video, my first video here, to see which animals weren't here again. I think Bridget got Bear last time, and whoever Tyler's replacing, he's replacing Duncan here. So I don't know if that would be a beaver. I'm gonna have to go and have a look. See you in a bit. Alright, so we're back. This time I actually know what I'm doing now. So if Bridget is replacing Lashawna and Tyler's replacing Duncan, that means Bridget is getting a frog, Tyler is getting a raccoon. Tyler, no way, buddy. No way. I don't think Tyler has the potential to win invincibility at all. No offense to him, he's just not the kind of guy. And Bridget could actually win, to be honest. Bridget is a vegetarian, and she's also quite a nature person. So I feel like she'd be able to get the frog pretty easily. I know it's a frog, but for Bridget, I think that'd be quite easy. Gwen does have a duck. I think there might be a little bit of a struggle between Gwen and Bridget, but I feel like Bridget wins here. And if Bridget wins, then that means Heather is up for elimination. Like, do any of these people like Heather? No, they don't. And to be honest, if Heather didn't win invincibility in Warren Gone Wild, then I don't really know if Izzy would. Why Izzy got eliminated there? Maybe it's just because she was too crazy. I think Heather probably wanted her out because she tranquilized her, which I feel like would still happen actually. But Heather still goes here. I feel like it would also end her villain arc pretty well, because, well, she's now tranquilized and she's just helpless, which kind of a good end for a villain. So I really feel that would work. I feel that would work. But now there's 6 of them left. So how would I pair these in terms of, like, really bad pairings? First off, Gwen and Jeff were still like the original. I don't know if Owen and Bridget would be worse. I think Bridget and Owen would kind of be worse here. And Izzy and Tyler are just a mismatch overall. So, if we got to the eating challenge, it's obviously Owen's team. There is not an eating challenge in which Owen can't win unless Owen's not in the game. So, yeah, well done, Owen. You've once again proved that you are the best eater in the world. So that's 1 point for Bridget and Owen, which is pretty good. And in terms of actually finding the location to complete the next part, I don't know why, but I feel like Izzy would be a great map reader. Or great at knowing her bearings, considering she's been running away from, like, the government entities and that. Like, government law enforcement entities. If she's been running away from them, she obviously knows where to go. So, I feel like getting to the grounds to complete the next part would actually work there. So, that's a point for those two. Gwen and Jeff actually would versus Bridget and Owen and versus Izzy and Tyler. There's actually 3 from the Gophers and 3 from the Bass. So, personally, I think it could be any of these teams. Tyler's a little bit dense, so I don't think he'd know very well the elimination order of the contestants. Maybe Owen would. Maybe Bridget. I think Gwen and Jeff could have a slight advantage here. I'm going to say it's 1-1 to each team. So in terms of the votes, I think it's going to be Izzy that goes here. Because, I mean, Owen could have tried to save her. But I feel like Gwen, Jeff are now friends. Obviously, Bridget and Owen, they're okay together. So I think Izzy goes here. So we've got the final 5 between Gwen, Jeff, Bridget, Owen, and Tyler. If I were to be honest here, the most popular out of these 5 would probably be Jeff. And while Katie and Sadie probably wouldn't want to save him, they'd probably pick Bridget. I think a lot of the dudes, especially Zeke, because he's sexist, and a couple of the girls even would just want to save Jeff in general because, come on, he's Jeff, he's pretty popular, he's pretty good. I think some people would obviously say Bridget, but I think Jeff has the popularity edge here, so I think he goes. It is a shame Jeff has to go, but at the end of the day, I don't make the rules. I just play the game, if you know what I mean. So we had the final 4. And we're going to do dudes versus the girls. So we've got Owen and Tyler, which are a pretty good mix, I think. I don't think they'd be winning, though. If I were to be completely honest with you, I don't think they'd win. Gwen and Bridget are much, much better at finding their way back to camp than Owen and Tyler. So, yeah. Who would Chef eliminate out of Owen and Tyler? I mean, you could argue it's Owen. It could be Tyler. I don't think Chef really has a reason to eliminate either of them. But maybe he'd go for Owen just because, like, you know, it's Owen. He can be a little bit gross. He can be a bit disgusting. Chef probably doesn't like him that much. And plus, we don't want the original winners. Come on. We got to change it up a little bit. Okay. If I were to be honest here, Bridget has the chance to win it again. She won last time, by the way, when Harold rigged the votes. I think Bridget is a character that can easily make, like, final 3. If there's no, like, BS happening, Bridget can easily make the final 3. Gwen and Bridget wouldn't be teaming against Tyler, but I don't think they'd like being with Tyler. I don't think they like Tyler more than each other, because obviously they've worked together now as well. They're just good friends. Personally, I think, and also Tyler would be good at completing dares. I think Gwen isn't. Tyler's just would be good at completing dares and that kind of stuff because, well, he's, like I say, he's with the torture challenge. He's always getting injured. So this really wouldn't be a problem for him. he'd be able to get through most of the dares pretty easily. So, I guess Gwen is eliminated here. Which means the winners are either Bridget or Tyler. Sorry if you guys wanted a different winner other than Bridget. I genuinely tried, like, to think of ways she could get eliminated, but at the end of the day, it's Bridget, so come on. But yeah, Bridget versus Tyler. I think Bridget has the edge here, but there's a way Tyler can win too. So it's up to you guys who wins versus Bridget and Tyler, because I can't really tell. I think it probably is Bridget, actually. But Tyler's not winner, so, you know, he's got his ending, he's got his fun. And at the end of the day, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys stick around for another What If. And yeah, see you around.